Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I am Mr. S. Balakumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, KCS, Kasai Nadar College of Arts and Science. Today we have discussed about classifications of market. In previous video, we have saw that what is market, marketing, selling, importance of marketing. Now we are discuss about the classification of market. The classification of market has to be based on different approaches in various ways. There are 10 different type of marketing systems. We are seeing one by one. First, number of commodity basis, area and coverage basis, location basis, time span, volume of business, nature of transactions, degree of competitions, government inventions or regulations, nature of commodities, and last one, vision or visibility. Now we are seeing that different categories. First category, according to number of commodities. In that category, we have subdivisions to general market and specialized market. In general market, all type of commodities are sold. Commodities range from goods grain, food grain to textile. All type of commodities are sold in general market. Second one, specialized market. The specialized market deals with a specific commodity. The markets are named after such commodity. It's based on the commodity's name. It will called that commodity market. For example, market transaction goods like vegetable, wool, jute, etc. It will called vegetable market, wool market, jute market. So these are special markets. Next category, on the basis of area covered. In this category, we have 4 subdivisions. Number 1, local market. Number 2, regional market. Number 3, national market. Number 4, international market. So local market, it's also village and primary market. The area covered by the market is limited to some group of villages which are nearby or close to each other. It mostly perishable commodities like vegetables, fruits, fish, milk are being transacted. In local markets are held occasionally or in a special days. For example, cattle market, sheep market. So these are the local markets. And regional markets. So regional markets is nothing but the area of operation of markets is relatively larger than that local market. It will make covers 4 to 5 districts. An example for regional market, food grain market or a fruit market at the state level. These markets are regular in conducting business transaction and notified commodities. This regional market is well helpful for 4 to 5 districts to somewhere in the market segmentations. And national market, area of operation of the market covers entire country. The national markets are found for commodities which are having a demand over entire country. For example, textile market, jute market, tea markets. So these are the national market based on the Indian products. International markets is also known as export and import. The commodities are sold in all the nations of the world. The market area of operation extended over the entire globe. Investment of buyers and sellers beyond the boundaries of the nation. It's outside the nation and it relevant to international marketing. For example, we have exporting or importing cashews, coffees, tea, spices, gold, silver, a diamond, and machineries. These are all international marketing. And next category, marketing according to location. We have 5 subdivisions in location category. First one, village market, primary wholesale market, secondary wholesale market, terminal market, and seaboard market. Let's see what is it. So village market, the area of operation is confined to small village or group of village. Major transaction of goods and services take place among the buyer and seller of these villages. It may be a regular or occasional in nature. So already we have seen that local market. Now we are seeing the location based. So it's a village market. The area of operation is a small village or group of villages. And primary, second point, primary wholesale market, it they are located in a big towns or taluk or mandal headquarters. Previously we saw that village, and secondary we saw big towns. All type of agriculture commodities from village markets are pulled here. So they are primary wholesalers. Secondary wholesalers, these are located in a district headquarters dealing with major agricultural commodities like rice, pulses, oil seeds, etc. So these are the secondary wholesale market. Wholesalers and village traders are main participants of secondary wholesale market. Bulk of the arrival comes from primary wholesale markets or villages. Transaction of commodities occurs in large scale. And next, fourth one, terminal market. It's located in big cities, state capitals, and seaports. It will lead well organized markets and controlled by the government to see that all modern methods of marketing operating taking place. Processing and storage activities are predominant in these markets. Consumers, wholesalers, and marketing agents are seen in the market with rigorous transaction activities. These markets are generally situated in big cities like Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata. These are terminal markets. And fifth one, seaboard market. Mainly for export and import commodities, we have using the seaboard market. Significantly, standardized and graded commodities are transacted in this market. It's located in Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, and Visakhapatnam. They are the harbor cities. And next category, markets on the basis of time span. So on the basis, we have three subdivisions: short period marketing, long period market, secular market. So short period market, it is a brief period in a day, supply of commodity in fixed, price variation is based on a demand for the commodity in a day, a supply is zero elastic. So this short period market, it's only one day market or off a day market. Example, fish market, vegetable market, flower market are functioning at one day or below one day. And next, a long period market. It's a durable commodities which can be stored for some times or transacted in these markets. Price for the product are governed by supply and demand. So these long term period market, it's apart from one day to more than 2 days, 3 days. Food grain market, oil seed markets, the durable commodities are sold in this market. Scalar market, these are permanent market. They are manufacturing goods and machinery goods are transacted in this market. Godown and processing facilities are highly developed in this market. It's well organized market. It's deal with export and import of transactions. It's a permanent one. And next, markets on the basis of volume of business. So already we saw that wholesale market and retail market. Wholesale market, when large quantities are bought and sold in the market among the traders, they are called producers, and traders are seen in the wholesale market. Retail market, Retailers sell commodities to the consumer in very small quantities as per their requirements. It deals with producers, retailers and consumers are seen in this market. And next classification, markets on the basis of a nature of transaction. First one, cash market. Second one, forward market. In this cash market, if there are cash transaction is buying and selling of the goods, is called cash market. Just it dealing with the cash. Second category, forward market. These are the markets in which a future sales and purchase of commodities take place at the current time. It's a process also called hedging. It's also not dealing with the cash at the right time. It will future oriented, future sales, future purchase of commodities with the transactions. Next category, on the basis of competition. In this category we have two subdivisions, one perfect competition market and imperfect competition market. So what is perfect competition market? A market is said to be perfectly competitive market when there are many sellers and buyers transacting a homogeneous product. Homogeneous product is nothing but it's the same product. There are many sellers, homogeneous products are sold, sellers do not have control over the price of the commodity and form commodity. So these are the key features of perfect competition market. What about imperfect competition market? The imperfect competition market is said to be when the imperfect will arise. The key features are following. Products are similar but not identical. Prices are not uniform throughout the market. There is a lack of communication. There is restriction on movement of goods from one place to another place. This is our imperfect competition key points. These are the some important terminology. What is that? We will see. Monopolistic means many sellers. Pure oligopoly means few sellers. Differentiated oligopoly, few sellers. Monopoly, only one seller. Monopsony, one buyer but many sellers. Oligopsony is only few buyers. And last one, bilateral monopoly, single seller faces single buyer. So these are the added points should for imperfect competition market. And next, market on the basis of government intervention and regulations. In this we have two subcategories. Number one, regulated market. Number two, unregulated market. So what is regulated market? A statutory market committee govern regulated market and government form time to time makes marketing acts. And marketing cost, margin and fees are standardized. Price prevailing in different makes are displayed through various mass medias. This is a statutory market committee. The government will regulate this market. The permission of the marketing will lead to government. It is the standardized fees, margins and marketing costs will be included in regulated market. Unregulated market is not to consider with the government. The business is conducted without any supervision of government. Its absence of rules and regulations of government. The middleman exploit the procedure of consumer to the minimum extent. The producers are put to loss as middlemen exploit them with weight main, measurement and payment, etc. This is purely not based on government rules and regulations. So this is called unregulated market. And next one, the markets on the basis of a nature of commodity. In this category we have commodity market. It deals with buying and selling of commodity, only based on commodity. For example, cotton market, silk market, etc. And capital market, Second category was capital market, in which shares, securities and bonds etc. are being purchased and sold. So example, share market, money market is included in the capital market. And next category, markets on the basis of vision or visibility. In that we have two categories, black market, open market. What is black market? In this market, goods are not placed in shop but are kept in the godowns. The goods cannot be seen at the time of purchase. On demand, the goods are delivered to the buyers on cash transactions. Any goods which is in short of supply and anything which is having high effective demand will be sold in black market. For examples, drugs, floods, wars, droughts. So this kind of activities are invisible, so it's called a black market. Next, open market, it's visible. These are visible markets and transaction take place between buyer and the seller. The price determined by demand and supply. It's open market is all the legal markets are called open markets. Now we understand the detailed classification of markets. Once again, thank you.